Hello, I'm Annie Karras, and this week we will talk about the Judicial Branch. There are three branches of the U.S. government. What are they? The President, the Congress, and the Supreme Court. Today, we'll talk about the Judicial Branch, or the Supreme Court. Let's go. The Judicial Branch. The Judicial Branch is one part of the U.S. government. There are different levels of courts. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States. The courts review and explain laws. They also decide if a law goes with or against the Constitution. Here's the official logo for the U.S. Supreme Court. What does the Judicial Branch do? Choose one of these options. Reviews the laws, explains the laws, and decides if a law goes against the Constitution. What is this building? It's the Supreme Court. It is a very big building. This is where the Supreme Court works. They explain laws, they review laws, and they decide if laws go against the Constitution. Where is the Supreme Court? If you said Washington, D.C., you are correct. The Supreme Court is right here. It's actually across the street from the Congress. This is the U.S. Capitol building where the Congress works, the House of Representatives and the Senate. They can walk to the next building. What is the highest court in the United States? The Supreme Court. Here is a picture of the Supreme Court. On the Supreme Court, we have judges or justices. This is the same meaning, just different words. Judges and justices mean the same thing. There are 9 Supreme Court judges or justices. The President chooses these people to serve on the court. One justice is called the Chief Justice of the United States. They serve for life or until they retire. That means they have their job for the rest of their life until they die, or they choose to retire. So how many justices are on the Supreme Court? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you need to remember everyone's name on the Supreme Court? No, you just need to remember one name. This guy. Why do you think there are 9 judges? Why do you think there are 9 judges? Well, because if they vote for a new law to decide if a law goes with or against the Constitution, we can have 4 judges say no, and we can have 4 judges say yes. So we have 1 extra judge that can decide yes or no. So 1 extra judge can break a tie. So we have a winning vote. So this guy, you need to remember his name. He is the Chief Justice of the United States. So who is he? What's his name? His name is Chief Justice John G. Roberts, Jr. Chief Justice John G. Roberts, Jr. You can also call him Chief Justice Roberts. There he is. Please remember his name. How many judges, how many justices are on the Supreme Court? 9. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John G. Roberts, Jr. or Chief Justice Roberts. You can choose what you want to say. Here's an example of something the Supreme Court voted on in 2015. The Supreme Court saw the case arguing that same-sex marriage should be legal. The Supreme Court ruled 5-4 in favor of same-sex marriage. That means 5 judges said yes and 4 judges said no. But since 5 is the winner, same-sex marriage became legal in 2015. So it is now legal in all 50 states for men to get married to other men and for women to get married to other women. There are 2 more questions I want to address in this presentation that don't have to do with the judicial branch, but they're still very important. The Selective Service. What is the Selective Service? It's a sign-up sheet for a military draft if the U.S. goes to war again in the future. So that means men put their name on a list, and then the government can call them if we need help fighting in a war. Who is the Selective Service for? It's not for everyone. It's only for males living in the U.S., no matter their immigration status. So it's only for males or men. But when do they have to sign up for the Selective Service? Well, only men between the ages of 18 and 26. So if you lived here in the United States and you were a man and you lived here when you were 18 to 26 years old, you need to sign up for the Selective Service. What happens if you didn't sign up for the Selective Service? Nothing really. You just need to include a letter to USCIS that explains why you did not sign up for the Selective Service. We have many students that didn't know about the Selective Service, and so they didn't sign up. But they are still citizens. Don't worry. Here is an example of the Selective Service registration form that you receive when you're in high school in the United States. You can also sign up online. This is a test question you must know. When must all men register for the Selective Service? Answer: between the ages of 18 and 26. Okay, one more question. When is the last day to send in federal tax It's April 15th. 2020 and 2021 were a little bit different because of the COVID pandemic, and so the dates were different. But in general, tax day is on April 15th. Let's practice. I want you to fill in the blanks with the correct vocabulary words. So read each sentence and then choose the correct word in the box to fill in the blanks. Judicial, judges, explains, supreme, justice, tax, selective. Please pause the video, so stop the video, give yourself time to write down the sentences and put the answer in the blank spaces. So pause the video now and push play when you're ready to go over the answers. Here are the answers. Number 1, April 15th is tax day. Number 2, the Supreme Court explains laws. Number 3, the Selective Service is very important for all men between the ages of 18 to 26. Number 4, there are 9 judges on the Supreme Court. Number 5, Chief Justice John G. Roberts, Jr. Number 6, the Judicial Branch decides if a law goes against the Constitution. Great job! Let's review the questions from this week. 56. When is the last day to send in federal tax income forms? Answer: April 15th. 57. When must all men register for the Selective Service? Answer: ages 18 through 26. Question number 40. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? Answer: John G. Roberts, Jr. 39. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? Answer: 9. 38. What is the highest court in the United States? Answer: the Supreme Court. 37. What does the Judicial Branch do? Answer: reviews, explains laws, or decides if a law goes against the Constitution. That's it for today. Writing practice is the next activity below this video. Thank you for joining me today. Goodbye.